Hi everybody, how are you guys all doing? I hope that you guys are all doing amazing today. My name is TracEy and you're watching me here at TracEy Monster on YouTube. You can also find me at TracEy Monster Savings on Etsy, Payhip, and Instagram, where you'll find a ton of really super fun money savings challenges that will help those of you who are looking to add to your sinking funds, or for those of you who are looking to pay off debt, or for those of you who are looking to save money for that next big purchase that you have coming up in your life. But before I get started in today's video, I always like to start my videos off by saying thank you to each one of you for taking the time to click on that play button and giving me the opportunity to share these types of videos with you. So thank you so much for being here today, and thank you so much for being a part of my YouTube community. So with that being said, let's go ahead and dive on into this week's video, because I need to figure out how much I need to budget and save for from last week's paycheck. So last week I did not do any uploads because I wanted to spend some time with family. And now that I am back doing my videos, I had an amazing time having that week off, because it all stemmed around the 52-week savings challenge. Although this shows the reverse way, at the end of the day, I was able to save $1,378 last year in 2022 for our Christmas vacation in 2023. This is what helps us to fund our hotels wherever it is that we end up going for Christmas. And so I went on Christmas vacation with my family, with Scott, Faith, and also our exchange student Max. And so this year, this year we chose to kind of do a little bit of a road trip. We actually left out of here in California, Southern California. We stayed a night in Las Vegas, and we went to the Sphere there. And then on Christmas Eve, we ended up traveling to Zion National Park and stayed there on Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. Had an amazing time kind of driving through the park and stuff. It was extremely busy. So we didn't actually get to see all of the park, which was kind of a bummer, but it is what it is. And now we know, and it gives us a reason to go back at a later time. But anyway, so we stayed Christmas Eve and Christmas Day at Zion National Park, and then the next following day on December 26th, we ended up driving further to, I believe it was Bluff. And then from Bluff, then we, we stayed a night in Bluff. And then there were some points that we had passed through, which were really fun. I'm thinking about doing a video about the whole trip. Don't hold me to it though, because depending on how busy I get with trying to get caught up from being away from a week, not really sure what I'm going to do. But anyway, so from Bluff, and then we ended up going as far out as Four Corners, where each one of our body parts were in, one part was in Utah, one part was in Colorado, one part was in New Mexico, and then the other part was in Arizona. So there is a marker that is right center between all four of those states, and so it's called Four Corners if you're not familiar with it. And so we ended up going as far out as the Four Corners. And then from there, then we ended up traveling through to Alpine, Utah, where my husband's family lives, and we stayed a few days there. And then after we were done there, then we ended up returning home. And so it was quite the journey. I think Scott had said that we had traveled like 2,000 miles from start to finish. So yeah, we had an amazing time, and it's all stems because of this savings challenge right here, and just how important it is to my family, because without this savings challenge, we wouldn't be able to go on our Christmas vacation every year. And so this one here is really, really important. So for this one here that I've been saving with all along for this year, these savings are actually going to go for our Christmas vacation for next year. So that's kind of why this one is so important to have it done beforehand. So then we're kind of like a year ahead. But anyways, okay, so let's go ahead and let's get started on the actual savings challenges now. We are in our very last week of our challenges. So I will be finishing off the rest of these challenges so then I can start the new year off with a whole new fresh start. So with that being said, for week 52, which is the last week of the year, because I went the reverse method using the 52-week challenge, I need to save $1. So $1 with the 52-week reverse challenge for last week. The Etsy sales by state, unfortunately, I did not, which is, I'm so surprised. Like, I don't get it. But I did not, this is the crazy part, I did not get a single person to purchase a single listing, anything, from either my Etsy shop or my Payhip shop from either Alaska or South Dakota the entire year of 2023. That was just bonkers. I do not get it. But either they're not into savings challenges or they weren't, they don't know about my Etsy shop. I don't know. But I am going to be closing this challenge out, although I didn't completely finish it because I still needed those 2 states. I'm going to go ahead and close this challenge out. And I have $240 saved instead of $250. So unfortunately, for the Etsy sales by state challenge, it is incomplete. And this week, or actually for last week, it is 0 savings. All right, the next savings challenge that I have here is the Save the Change. So I don't have very much because I haven't actually emptied out my purse of all of the change that we accumulated throughout the course of our Christmas vacation. So I am just going to be putting this in. This is what I had prior to leaving, and it only is 12 cents. So that's how much I'm going to put, is 12 cents for this challenge. So that is 12 cents saved for last week for the Save the Change challenge. All right, the next challenge that I have here is a Bunco Against Time. And for this week, because I already played with Mari a handful of weeks ago, I need to save for my Buncos. So when I counted up all of my Buncos from all 4 rounds, I was able to count up 6 Buncos. And so you multiply that by $10. This week, I need to save $60. So that's how much I will need to save for this week. And then when I'm done, my cash envelope will be a total of $949 of savings just using this one challenge alone. So it has been a lot of fun playing along with Mari from Budgets and Chaos. So, all right, so $60 with Bunco Against Time. The next savings challenge that I have here is the Christmas Gnome savings challenge. This is a scratch off. Let me find a marker. I guess I will have to use this one right here because I don't know where my red one is. It might be at my desk, but anyways, I'm not gonna roll over there. I'm just gonna work with what I have here. Okay, so I need some dice because I am going to be finishing off this game. And let's see how many rolls it takes us. So the last place that I rolled was right here on the Santa with a little gingerbread and little treats inside of the coffee mug. So let's go ahead and see where I need to go. Let me roll that again since it rolled off the board, and it actually is the same as what I rolled when it rolled off. So it's 6. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So that is $10 is how much I need to save on that one. And my pen is very, very dry. Okay, so this is going to be for week number 4. And let's see, that was $10. So let me go ahead and write that in. $10, and then I have $109 in my cash envelope plus $10. That comes to $119. Okay, so let's see. What else do we have going on here? $10 and, oh, 6. That finishes the game. So 1, 2, 3, 4. All it took was 4 to reach the end. So there we go. So because I landed on a large image right here, I need to save $20. So I'll go ahead and turn this around and write in $20 on my ledger. So excuse me, $119 plus $20, that is $139 with in my cash envelope at the end of this week once I get the cash stuffed. So that means that $10 plus $20, I need to save $30 this week for last week's paycheck. Okay, so we are now, let's go ahead and take a look at the Fa La 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 Christmas Savings Challenge book by Budgets and Chaos. So with this one that I'm going to be stuffing is the Dizzy Elves. There are 18 envelopes and the goal is to reach $171. So I am going to be stuffing the number 1 envelope, which will be $1. And then I will also be stuffing the number 10 envelope, which will be $10. So turn that around right there. So that is going to be a total of $11 using the Dizzy Elves. All right, next savings challenge that I have here is the Gingerbread House Roll and Save. I was rolling 3 dice and that would tell me which gingerbread house to cross out. But because we are on our last week, there are only 3 houses left. So there is a 2, coincidentally, there's a 2, 2, and a 2. So that was a very weird when I saw that. Okay, so it's not marking. When I get my red pen, I'll have to mark that. But 2 times 3 is $6 is how much I need to save with the gingerbread house. So, and then I finished off the snowman mystery. So I won't be saving with that one because that one's already done. So gingerbread house was $6. Okay, so that was using the Fa La 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 Christmas Savings Challenge book. Okay, I have to refocus because I kind of got myself in my head and I lost track of what I was saying. So we're going to do this again. I apologize, guys. So normally with this savings tracker here, what I do is I normally will add up all of my savings challenges that I just participated in. And when I come up with the amount, then if it comes to $170 or less, then I would add to the Blacklight Monsters Savings Challenge album. However, because I want to finish this album off and start with a different one in the new year, I am not going to count all of the amounts, or I'm not going to add all of the amounts up from the savings challenges. What I'm going to do is I'm going to look inside of the Blacklight Monsters Savings Challenge album, and I'm just going to finish it off. That way it is 100% complete. So with that being said, my $1 are all filled in. My $5 are all filled up. My $10 are all filled up. My $20 are all filled up. And we have some empty spots here. So with that being said, we have 10, 20, 30, 35, 40, $45 is how much I still need to stuff inside of the Blacklight Monsters album in order for it to be complete. So that's how much I'm going to be stuffing on this one. And then this one, I am not going to finish these ones off because these are just kind of like extra credit. If you have extra bills, then you can fill those in. Or if you are somebody that could save larger amounts, then you can always write those amounts in there. I also saw another YouTuber mention that you can do like a roll and save. You can do like a deck of cards and pick a card, and then whatever the value is of that card, you can write that down in here. There's so many ways that you can actually utilize this page, but I am not going to be finishing off this page because that was not my my vision when I was filling this in. So, and then you have the last page here. So this is going to be $45 for last week in order to finish this album off. Okay, so taking that into consideration, let's go ahead and add all of our amounts up now, and then we'll take a look and see how the rounded up challenge looks once I'm done. Okay, so we have $45 on the monsters, Blacklight monsters, and then for the Dizzy Elves, it was $11. So let's see, Dizzy Elves, that one was $11. And then for the Gingerbread House, that one was $6. Okay, got those ones done. And then now let's go ahead and use these ones here. We have the Christmas Gnome. That one was $30. So Gnome, $30. Etsy sales by state, that one was $0. So we'll get that one out of the way too. Save the change. Oops. These are about to fall over. Save the change was 12 cents. Not very much, but that's okay because my change tray is seeping over with change. The 52-week reverse challenge was only $1. And then last but not least, we have our Bunco, and that one was $60. Okay, so now let's go ahead and add all of these amounts up, and then we'll take a look and see how much we need to add to the rounded up. So we have $11. Let me turn my calculator on. $11, $6, 12 cents, nothing, $60, $30, $1, $45, and that's it. Okay, so we have $153.12. So I think what I am going to do is, because I like to at least get to $170, because we didn't put that 170 in here, and I'm obviously low because I finished challenges off last week and the week, not last week, but the prior week, and the prior week even before that. It gives me a little bit of more savings to put towards the rounded up. So I want to bring it up to at least $170.12. Normally, when I'm adding all of these amounts up, say the $153.12 with the rounded up, this helps me to round it up to the highest $10. So it would have been $160.12, but because I want to at least get to 170, that's why I'm rounding it up. So in case you're viewing this video for the first time and it's kind of confusing as to what I'm doing, I normally do not do it this way, but because I want to save at least $170, this kind of gives me an extra little push to get it up there. So the difference between $170.12 and then $153.12, the difference is $17. So the $17 is how much I'm going to be putting into the rounded up. So that's going to go right here. And then that will also finish up the rounded up savings challenge. So let's see here. Okay, so that should be $170.12. So let me just go ahead and calculate this all over again, just to make sure that I did indeed calculate everything correctly. I'd hate for anything to be off, because then if I discover it, then my brain will just be frazzled. Anyways, so the total does indeed come to $170.12. So on this tracker for week 4 of December, now that I have the amount of how much I saved, now what I want to do is I want to carry that amount over to this savings tracker. And in week 4 for December, I'm going to put $170.12. There is no week 5 in December. So at the end of this week, once I have all of my cash inside of my cash envelopes for this week, I will also be closing out the month of December. So once I have all of that cash in, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add all of those amounts up from all 4 weeks, and that will give me my grand total of how much I saved for the entire month of December. Once I have that amount, then I'm going to carry it over to this savings tracker, and I will write that amount here where it says December. Once I have that amount, I can then come to all of these months and I can add all of those amounts up from each one of those months. And then that will give me my grand total of how much I saved for the entire year of 2023. So the next video is going to be super, 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 super exciting. It is a video that I think many of you will want to watch to see how much I was able to save at the end of this year. If you haven't cheated and figured out my amounts ahead of time, because I have personally just been trying to ignore it and not pay attention to it because I want to be surprised as many of you guys have been to see how much I was able to save in 2023. So I'm looking forward to it. If you're new and you like the content on this channel, then definitely subscribe and click that notification bell. That way, whenever that video goes up, then you'll be given a notification of when that upload is live. So also, if you like this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and leave a comment down below, even if it's an emoji, just so I could see who is watching. I would love to interact with you guys and get to know you guys a little bit better through our very awesome YouTube world. So anyways, everybody, that is it for the day. I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video when I have my cash in hand and I am ready to stuff all of the cash envelopes and finalize everything. And then once that video is done, then I can start on a whole new year and I can start unstuffing all of my envelopes and get all of that cash deposited. So Happy New Year to everybody. I hope you had an amazing year in 2023, and I hope that you have an even more amazing year in 2024. Stay safe out there, everybody. It's a crazy, crazy world. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.